What's going on, family? DS1 Ross, represent the New Black Alliance. Welcome to Sleep Stay Sleep Radio. I want to thank y'all for tuning in with me. You know, hopefully I have a few guests tonight, that could chime in on the subject with me. But tonight, we're just going to do a recap of some of the major events that went down on 2016. You know, that's what we're going to talk about tonight, family. Let me send the links out right now. Let them know that we live on Sheep Stay Sleep Radio. So yeah, family, let's get into it. So 2016 was a crazy year, man. You know, it's crazy, crazy year. We had a lot of deaths, a lot of hardships this year. A lot of confusion, a lot of chaos this year. People, that's people that look like us. You know, it's been a painful year, very painful. You know, so let's do a little recap and let's build on how we could make those things better for 2017. Because whether people believe it or not, we're going to always deal with hardships. That's just life. You know, death is inevitable. You know, failure is inevitable. These are forces of nature. This is what balance out the spectrum. So we can never escape certain things. But what we can do is learn how to respond to them, learn how to capitalize off of them. And that's what I really want to expound on tonight, family. We're going to talk about some events that happened in 2016. We're going to talk about what we're going to do for 2017. Because one of the issues or one of the major events that happened was Donald Trump is our new president-elect. That's a major, major event that happened. We have a white supremacist in office, an open white supremacist, by the way. He's open. He's not covert. He's not hiding. He's letting you know who he is. He's letting you know who he's down with. It's a wake-up call for Black people. I feel like by Donald Trump becoming our president, it should wake Black people up into us getting up off our ass and start doing something for our people. You know, stop looking at everything from an individual perspective. Oh, well, if I got and he don't got, you know, nah. Because with Trump in office, he's destroying things as a whole. He's not breaking nothing up. So our job as black people is to stop just viewing us as individuals. We have to get on code and start knowing that we are judged based on a people. They look at us based on us as a whole, basically. When one situation happened with a black man, they tie it into the whole narrative of black men being this and black men being that. They tie it all into the narrative, into the black narrative, which they created, because we don't create our own narrative. They do. They've created our narrative for us. And see, the only way we can take our narrative back and present the world with our own is by, for one, learning how to respond to our president elects. See, we have Donald Trump in office. Well, he's about to be in a few more weeks. But instead of us complaining, instead of us, you know, whining, marching, looting, rioting, black people need to be sitting down and composing plans now. Now is the time we go into covertness. This is when we should become more covert, family. Because if you haven't thought before, now you're going to see who your enemy is. Because he's going to show you, and he's not afraid, and he does not care how you feel about him. See, that's one thing black people got to get out of too. We got to stop thinking that these white supremacists care about how we feel about them. Feelings is definitely out of it. That's why they tell you it's business, it's not personal. You see? They have made their personal feelings into business for them. You see? So they must keep their foot on our necks. They have to do this. But the way they do it is through fear. That's why I'm starting a new fear campaign for 2017, where we recontextualize fear and don't look at it as somebody just being afraid of something. But fear is facing everything and rising above it, above who our president is. We must rise above who our governor, who our mayor. We must rise above that. And the way we rise above that, family, is, for one, respecting each other more. See, it don't matter if you hate that Donald Trump is in office, if you still treating your people the same. See, that's one of the solutions to effectively responding to this new president-elect. Black people need to get together and basically just know that we don't have any friends. We don't have any friends. We don't. So integration, assimilation, all of that is out the window now. Because we dealing with people who clearly don't want to integrate with us and clearly don't want to assimilate with us. It's clear. The alt-right, that's a code word for Nazis. the alt-right. Doesn't that sound like Reich? Like the Fourth Reich of the SS, the Schutzstaffel? That was the army for Adolf Hitler. You see? So we dealing with Nazis here. Trump has Nazis in his cabinet. That's who he hang out with. You see? So what we need to do to effectively respond to that, family, is come together. And I'm not saying come together and sing Negro spirituals. I'm saying come together and effectively plan and execute your plans. Like I said in the last podcast, the way we could start is start just and putting it with Black folks as much as you can. Seek out Black business. Seek it out. Supporting some of these Trump supporting businesses, and start supporting your local Black businesses, even if they just street vendors right now. We must start funneling our money into these people. People mean right by their people. Don't support no scammers. You see? Because that's another in 2016. All up and down my timeline. It's in an uproar. It's been in an uproar this whole year. And I know I speak Black empowerment. So a lot of y'all may think I'm down with the conscious community. I'm not. I've met Sonetta. I've met a lot of those guys. I used to go to lectures when they was at LIU though. You know, before the theater and entertainment got into it. Where you would sit in a lecture for 6 hours. You know? They used to wake people up at the lectures because people used to be asleep. That's how long it used to be. That's how crammed with information was there. You know, this is when the real guys was up there. You know, not the WWE stuff we see now. See, now it's just entertainment. That's all it is now. And no, me and my comrades is not part of the conscious community because there is no community. There's a conscious market. That's a market. And everyone is starting to put their hands in that pot. This is why there's confusion and uproar because there are agents there. I'm not naming none. I have a suspected few, but it's just my opinion, so I'm not going to speak on that. But that's another major thing that's going on. You got Umar Johnson versus Cyrus Seti. They arguing over who's the king of Pan-Africanism. I mean, at the end of the day, does it really matter who's number one? You see? I spoke to y'all before about competition. And whenever Black people compete with each other, it only leads to violence and death. I told y'all that, family. I told y'all that. This is why we don't have time to compete. Because now look how we look. Now we got people all on the internet because he let a man get him out of his position. You see? You see? And this is all at the hands of a taskmaster. People pulling strings, man. I heard Umar say we could debate for the spot. So as you could see, it was heated, but you could still kind of take entertainment from it too, because it's almost like a wrestling match. This is what Sonetta has turned the conscious community into. It's no longer a community because nobody gets along. Nobody cooperates. Community with no cooperation. There is no community. Debates, there are about 20, 30 vendors in the venue selling you all types of products. It's a market. Information, you make it sound good, you know how to push the debate, just like promoters push a fight. You could leave that day with a couple $1,000s in your pocket. Just that simple. It's just that simple. That's what the conscious community has turned into. It's turned into a wrestling match and is making the younger brothers, such as myself and my comrades, it's almost making us look almost, you know, like, why are these guys speaking? You know, the new term that they created from this fiasco is the Hotep nigga. What you're getting now from people who hear Black men and women speak on our issues and how we can help ourselves get out of it. You hear them say, oh, there go another Hotep nigga. The definition of a Hotep nigga is the dudes you see in the conscious community beefing. Sarasun Seti, he's a Hotep nigga because he's using this information to make money. That's all he doing. He using this money. He using this money that he's making from these debates to fund his habits, to buy clothes, to buy somewhere to live. These dudes have turned consciousness into their jobs. Job to run around and do debates, to run around and do lectures. But then the people that you do, the people that live in these cities that y'all doing these lectures in, the environment is still the same. They sensationalizing the information. That's what they're doing. They're turning it into entertainment and making it less educational, and people are not healing from it. See, a good conversation could heal a person. And these guys are not healing nobody. See, when I first got introduced to the conscious community, I was watching dudes like Bobby Hemmett, Azariah Bey, Dr. Eileen Bey, Phil Valentine, Francis Cress Wilson, Dale Jones, the heavy hitters. The guys that made you, when you watched one of their tapes, this is before DVD. When you watch one of their tapes, they expose so much information, man. The first time I watched one of their tapes, I cried. I cried, man. Because then I started to see how much we've been fooled, hoodwinked, bamboozled, and led astray. That's true. When we really begin to realize that, we will start to even see that the guys who even claim to be conscious have been bamboozled. You see? See, one thing I understand about black empowerment movements, I understand that they don't have a lot of funds. A lot of people don't support them. You see? See, Sa Neter, he walked the streets with Khalid Muhammad. He was part of his security. He know Khalid died broke. Sa Neter don't want to do that. This is why he changed the conscious community industry. You see? This is why now you could go buy a wooden unk. See, I remember when they wasn't selling that stuff, when you could only buy that stuff at debates. Now it's so popular and it's become an industry. You could buy an unk from an Arab now. You see? Things are, once you see something in mass production, you know it's been commercialized. And that's what the conscious community is. It has become commercialized. And once something's commercialized, that means it's been taken over. What's good, bro?
Yo.
Just ahead right now, chopping it up about the conscious community. And
Oh,
I, I don't know if you saw Umar and Seti going at it, but Umar made
oh,
a
word?
video and yeah, Umar was going crazy, bro. He
Yeah,
he went
got that
crazy.
man out of his character now. I've been observing.
Yeah,
That, that's,
definitely.
that's fact. I mean, at the beginning of the year, I saw he was making a little progress in his speeches, I'd say. But at the end of the year, it looked like his reign is over. Sad to say. I mean, I don't feel he should stop. I just think he needs to replan his strategy. Really, all of them guys, if you ask me. Because from what I'm hearing out here in the streets is these are a bunch of jailbirds or hotep, N word. What I'm hearing out here, and it's disgusting if you ask me. To even want to be a part of the conscious community. Um, like I said, I don't knock what them brothers is doing though to try to get themselves up out of the system that we have out here that the white supremacists running. But I just feel like some brothers need to come up with a different strategy and align themselves with each other and see what they can do from there. But all this competition going on with them is destructive, if you ask me.
That's a fact, bro. I agree. I can't agree no more, bro. Because came on, I was talking about how Sa Neter is the reason for all this.
I
Because
agree.
Sa Neter is at the head of the conscious community, and what he did, him and Polite came up with an idea to turn the conscious community into wrestling with the debates. See, that was him and Polite whole thing. They sat down and came up with a plan to make these theatrical events, to make this theatrical, atmosphere around consciousness. So now,
they made it a business.
like when we first got it, say that again.
They made it a business. It's not even about education no more. Now it's about business. They making money now off of it.
Right, bro. It's an industry.
No, I got you.
Exactly. It's an industry now. It's an industry. And now, like when we first got into it, they wasn't even selling DVDs, bro. They had the information still on cassette tapes.
Yeah.
They had audio tapes at first. I got a Malachi Z. York audio CD when he was talking about aliens and all that stuff. Polite came on the scene talking about. But see, Sarnetta understands that he walked with Khalid Muhammad. He was part of his security. He was part of the Nation of Islam. So Sarnetta knows that when you're dealing with Black empowerment, it's you're not going to get a lot of money. And 9 out of 10, you're going to die broke. So him and Polite came up with an idea where they could get money out of this. And this is what we have today. This is why you got, Randy Savage, aka Cyrus Seti. That's Macho Man. That's Macho Man. Then you got Hulk Hogan. Like he's the champion.
Yeah.
And I know you just saw what happened to him.
Yeah, they all.
I know.
From what I'm seeing, he posed to had a debate with the LAPD today, talking about he was wrongfully arrested, and he want to talk to them and tell them that they messing with the wrong person. From what I'm hearing, I heard somebody else's perspective of it. This guy named Cartino, I listened to him, and he was pretty much saying, Polite live in Beverly Hills now. What are you doing in Hollywood cashing a check? You should have a bank account and using a local ATM and up there in Beverly Hills. Why are you out there in Hollywood? Now, I'm not saying it's true. But that's the latest I heard up to date, and I haven't heard any response from Polite at the moment. So, it's crazy.
Yeah, but the only reason why I brought that dude up is because I don't know if you heard maybe like a month ago, he was on his live stream saying that Black people are animals, and where he grew up at in Brownsville, he would never want his children to be around there because it's animals and Black people are animals and the Black man is the devil. Like he was just going off about why it was important for him to leave the Black community, and that he feels no way about leaving us because we're animals. We're degenerates. It's better to live around white people. It's cleaner to live around white people. He feels safer living around white people. But then look what happens to you. Those white folks.
Did he say why he felt like that? Did he give this reason why he felt like that, or he just made that statement and left it at that?
Nah, he clarified it. He said that, but see, this is why I think he's being disingenuous, because he said when he was explaining what he was saying, we couldn't hear it on his live stream because he didn't know himself was muted. So all we heard was him saying that Black people are animals, but he was talking about the pedophiles and the rapists and the murderers. That's what he said to qualify his statement, which I believe is false, because
We have a sense of
Not
confusion here.
polite, right? Because every time he says something that he know he shouldn't have said, the way he retracts it is by saying that some mystical shit happened, like, oh, well, you cut me off, or my thing was muted, or my thing shut off, and y'all didn't hear this. It's always an excuse on why he said some shit he had no business saying. Like, he never holds himself accountable for what he says. It's always something else. And that's why I don't even believe he said that.
And that's why I made the statement.
I believe.
And I agree. Because if he said that, yeah, he caused the confusion. But that's why I was making the statement that I made earlier, with I think these guys need to go back and replan what they're doing, because it's heading to destruction, if you ask me. Because it's a lot of, like you said before, it's like how we both agree, it's becoming a business, like they into the entertainment business now, if you ask me. Let me learn some knowledge so I could compete with this individual over here. It's not even, let me learn this knowledge and it's this specialized knowledge over here so I can teach this skill right here. People will come up out of, that's one less problem. Let me teach this skill so we can have one less problem. Not no, let me go find a problem nobody brought up yet, and then I'm gonna debate with the next man. That's all we saying. Who could come up with the best problem instead of who can research a problem and let's look for a solution to it, and that'll just be one less problem. And then we could determine who's the winner. Because as of right now, the path they heading down is the struggle. And I would know, and you personally would know, because you put me on to it. But from what I'm watching now, it's nothing like how it was before. Like, nothing like
right. Because nobody's learning anymore. And
Yeah.
nobody want to learn. Everybody's watching it for entertainment. Like, I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'm not subscribed to none of Sarnetta channels, but if I see some funny looking shit pop up on my feed, I'm gonna watch it for entertainment. I'm gonna watch it so somebody could say something funny. Like, I'm not even lying. It's entertainment to me now. It's wrestling.
Yeah.
Like, he got the Israelites battling the Muslims, and like, it's like wrestling to me.
Yeah.
So that's another thing I kind of wanted to touch on. The conscious community, and with that,
Yeah.
Yeah,
that sounds like.
Good.
I was just gonna say that. Yeah, that sounds like the brothers is out here causing confusion and whatever. I'm sure somewhere down the line they probably confusing themselves now. When you see them with each other one minute, and the next minute they going against each other and everything. But that's why it's all about creating. It's all about creating. Once you start competing with individuals that's down for the same purpose at that. You all down for the same purpose, but it sounds like somebody wants to be a leader. Maybe that's what we
exactly.
have. We don't need any leaders because it only takes one person to knock off the whole any progress that is made once the leader comes in. Chaos happens. It's better for everybody to move as individuals and learn from time to another. So we're not gonna go that route because we saw what happened there, and we learn from that. But some guys is single track minded, from what I'm seeing, because they only talk about one thing. And when you say things and their behavior shows opposite, it causes confusion. And this is what we're observing. Well, what you want to say after that?
Some major things that happened in 2016, bro. That we could talk about.
In the beginning of 2016, I realized a lot of people was out here playing the thing out here.
Say that again?
Pokemon Go game.
Oh yeah, the Pokemon
I haven't,
Go.
and it looks like I haven't been seeing anybody play anymore. I wonder what happened with that. A lot. That was crazy. People just stopped playing. Like, what happened with that? I don't know. I guess
Yeah,
the old Running Man challenge trying to get out. The mannequin challenge running. Oh, Mobile Strikes. I think or it's another game everybody run around playing. A game called Mobile Strikes for the phone.
yeah.
That
My
was one.
pops play that. That's crazy.
Yeah, yeah. I'm hearing. Yeah, that's great. A lot of the OGs play that game. It's all very strategic, But the younger generation is playing Pokemon Go. I wonder what happened. I'm gonna check that out.
I
What else? We had.
honestly,
Yeah, go ahead.
nah. I just think it was something that for us to take our minds off for certain things. I think a lot of those challenges and stuff that's created, I think it comes from a propaganda machine that's used to take our young people minds off of real events
Mhm.
and things that they really trying to do. Like right now, we got challenges that's 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 on Facebook. Like I just saw one before I got on here called Clear the Air Challenge, where you comment your name and people tell you how they really feel about you. You know what I'm saying? And
Mhm.
I feel like the challenge is really like it's purposeless. Like if you really feel some type of way about a person, just meet up with them and chop it up with them. Like it's almost like they're socially engineering us to be
Yeah.
what they want us to be and to think how they want us to think. So that's what these challenges and these these little games are to see how much control they really have on the masses. Well, if I
Yeah.
put this challenge out there, let's see how many people will do
Mhm. Yeah. It's
it. And I don't think black people are coming up with these challenges. Honestly, I believe they're being blasted from a place that nobody knows, and somehow it's just touching these social networks.
yeah. My Well, I want to touch up on it too. I feel like really to me rather it is social engineering. Because it's not really constructive behavior, not really constructive,
Mm-hmm.
but at the same token, if it brings people together during chaos, I hate to say it, but I'm all for it. Because at the end of the day, it's for the greater good. Doesn't take away from the fact that it's poison, it's poisonous because it
Mm-hmm.
makes you escape the reality of the situation.
Mm-hmm.
It escapes the reality of it, but at the same token, at least something good still came out of it too. So we saw both parts. We saw the negative aspect of it, and at the end, we had the optimist speak. You gotta look at something positive right out of it too.
Mm-hmm.
And I've even participated in a few. I mean, and I look at it as this. I say, well, I have people who would rather see me make a mockery of myself than for me to show people how how I feel. You know, people rather see me do
Mm-hmm.
buffoonery than for me to speak about constructive anything constructive that I felt was constructive. So but it's an experience. It's an experience, and I learned from it. I learned from it. you know. But it has to be two sides though. If that's acting, then that's for me to act like them, or I can act completely opposite, because the people that's laughing, they're not going to do the challenges. If you ask me, and they may like it, but they're not going to do the challenge. But you know, you have some people who want
Right.
out of it. You know, I didn't feel bad. I didn't feel embarrassed. I actually liked it, the feedback and the responses I got from it. But it did take me away from reality. That I must say. You know, with a lot of police brutality going on from the media, from what I was seeing. And yeah, them challenges is dropping like crazy. Yeah, you know. So I agree with you on that. I feel the same way. It was the smoke screen, but
Yeah.
also feel like something good came out of it.
Yeah. Well, you do have a point with as far as it actually brings people together, but you know, for 2017, I feel like, you know, I kind of touched on this in the last on the last live stream.
Mm-hmm.
Like for 2017, Black people need to come together for things that's, like you were saying, that's more constructive.
Yeah, true.
When I say that, it can't only be organized, but it needs to be organized on all levels, meaning getting people together and the philosophy behind why y'all getting together. Because Black people always come together for the same minute reasons. We always come together to dance. We always come together to drink.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I say, like, we have to start combating these things in another way. And this is why I'm glad, you know, we do what we do, because we combating those thought patterns. Because why do we come together? How could you get 50 people to do a mannequin challenge, but then those same 50 people won't watch you speak on a live stream?
Right.
Like right now, we saw 50 people doing one mannequin challenge. Why can't at least 25 of them be watching us speak now?
Not true.
That's because they are being socially engineered to not even think for themselves. Because we just reacting to the challenge. Oh, everybody doing a challenge, I'm gonna do it. You're not even thinking about it. You just doing it because you see everybody doing it.
Somebody else is doing it. That's true.
Right. So it's like,
true.
Once we stop doing the challenges, the people who was part of the challenge, they don't even know that they psychologically just follow something because they saw somebody else doing it.
Yeah.
But it's not cool to challenge yourself to go sit down and listen to something you never listened
to. Yeah. I mean, that's all into the individual to tell themselves that, like, yo, let's, like, for instance, there was never you know, a DS1 Alliance challenge or anything like that, but people still came to see us. Now, it doesn't mean majority of the people didn't come watch us, but there were still people that came to see us and stuff. So I just want to say, it is some people that is aware, and they may do challenges just because they want to see what it's like to experience. But it doesn't take from the masses of people that's doing it just because everybody else is doing it. You know, and that's like that's like with somebody like a pair of Jordans. And they never brought Jordans before, but they bought one pair of Jordans. You know, it don't take away from the fact that they may get looked at as a person like, yo, he always buying Jordans. He always online buying Jordans and, you know, stuff like that. It's just pretty much the person is thinking, and most people are it. Most people are it. So I just want to get clear so my subscribers don't become like, don't think like, you know, we speaking from both sides. people thinking it, some are not.
So from what I'm gathering, what you're saying is you saying that, you know, some people actually understand what the challenges are. They just doing it for fun.
Yeah. But then you have some people that's doing it because there's nothing else to do. They don't have nothing to do. So when things like that is thrown out there, they're on it. They're hip to it. They know about it before we even know about
And
it. You
that's
know?
and those are the people that I'm talking about. That's
Yeah.
being,
So indeed.
you know, that they're being trained. They're being trained to run towards things like that and to run away from people like us.
So indeed. Nah, I'm nah. That's I think that cognitive dissonance people be speaking of. People hear
Right.
stuff that go against their belief. They go wrong. But we have some people
Mm-hmm.
that listen. People listen. We have a lot of people listening to us. You came a long way. That foundation is there.
That's a
You know,
fact.
when I see this right here, I'm like, wow, we went from making video in the hallway to speaking to each other on camera in different states. For
That's
real.
real.
That's for real. And we making it happen. We making it happen.
Indeed. Indeed.
That's why
Indeed. So what is something else? Well, how you feel about this dude Kanye?
Kanye
And
West. Yeah,
yeah, Kanye.
I feel bad for the bro because I don't understand his situation. I don't really understand what's going on with the guy.
Mm-hmm.
Just from hearing videos and things like that. But on a personal, real up and up level, I'm
Mm-hmm.
confused with his whole situation, bro. I'm not even going to lie. I just hope that he continue to make money and he can support himself and his family, if you ask me. But from what I'm
Mm-hmm.
seeing, from what I'm hearing, people are saying that him and Jay Z is beefing, and I heard he was in the hospital. Now I heard he's out the hospital, and that I mean, he may be blackballed now. We may not ever hear about him, or he may become the greatest rapper of all time now. I don't really know, but until I hear words out of his mouth, him say things out of his mouth, I don't really know. That's an interesting question. How you feel about
Um, I don't really feel sorry for Kanye
it?
because I feel like when you step into certain realms and you're not mentally strong or emotionally strong, whatever's in that world, you got to deal with it. And I don't give nobody no pass to take these to take on these types of things. Like Kanye West decided to become a hip hop artist. Kanye started out a producer. You didn't know who he was. Kanye wanted the limelight. Jay told him, nah, just be a producer. Nah, stay behind the scenes. No, Kanye wanted the light. He wanted the limelight. That's what he wanted. You see? That's why he called himself Jesus. Because he feel like he represents the light. He represents the man who was resurrected from the dead. Nobody knew who Kanye was, really. Nobody knew that Kanye did all the beats on the Truth album for Beanie Siegel. We didn't know that when we was young because we didn't read credits.
Yeah.
We didn't know that Kanye was the man behind a lot of the rappers in the rock that was down with Rockefeller. We didn't ever know that until we got older. But Kanye always wanted the limelight. Be a Jay-Z, not be like him, but he wanted to be one of those guys.
Yeah, I got you. I
He
got you.
He begged and pled for this. And you got to understand. And now I used to believe in conspiracy theories because one thing I understand about on your path of consciousness, most people fall into that conspiracy shit first. And conspiracy is nothing but theories that other people is coming up with, basically doubting what they see and what they hear. And you're supposed to do that anyway because the government lies to everybody. But I don't believe Kanye West sacrificed his mother. I don't believe none of that. What I believe Kanye West sacrificed was his integrity. Because to be in the entertainment industry, you must be able to receive certain things, energies. You must be able to withstand people hating you. You must be able to withstand that. Just as much you could wake up tomorrow and they love you, and wake up a week later and the whole world hates you. You have to be able to deal with that.
Right, you can't take your mind off it.
And I feel like Kanye is fragile. He's not built for that. See, a dude like Jay, he built for that. Because Jay is cold-hearted when it comes to business and dealing in the world that he dealing in. That's why we never see Jay sweat. But we done saw Kanye have plenty of outbursts. He can't help it. Because he's emotional. He's weak. And not to say a guy or anybody who shows emotion is weak, but Kanye is fragile, man. He's fragile. And another reason why I feel like he's fragile and why I don't feel sorry for him is because he's egotistical. He arrogant. He think he the shit. So when you think you the shit, you subject to scrutiny. Scrutinize you. Don't cry about it. Because remember, you the shit. So if you the shit, act like it.
That makes sense.
And know that flies come with shit.
Yeah.
But he don't want the flies. He just want to be the shit around him. That's how much he think of himself. He sees himself as being that big. And this is why when the media get on his ass, he start making albums like 808s and Heartbreaks. When women leave him, he goes into these deep depressions because he thinks somebody owe him something.
Yeah.
You know, he think he's bigger than life. He think he bigger than the game. Kanye, you not bigger than the game, homie. Everybody's going through what he's going through. They just know how to handle it.
That's what I was gonna say, word, because that's just a part of life. So and like one of his verses, he said that to whom much is given, much is tested. You know, but that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm like, and he may actually follow those morals. But from watching social media and people having means of exploiting him out here on YouTube and other means out here, it's that's why I consider it speculation. But when you look at it, I mean, it kind of adds up, man. It kind of adds up. But it's just that me personally, I want to hear what Kanye got to say about a lot of it, truthfully, because people talk about us. People say shit about us all the time. Don't make it true.
Right.
But at the end of the day, I mean, if we don't give our side of the story, and silence is acquiescence, and that's exactly what it looks like. So that's it. So the same way I'm hearing all of this, if Kanye's not speaking up on it, then I have no, I'm just gonna believe it's true. And so everything you're saying, that's what it is, because he's not addressing it. So he must agree with what's being said. That's what we call exposure.
Exactly.
That's what we call You know, drop the mic. There's nothing more to say. You've been exposed. Word.
And you could tell that it is true, bro, because look at the first time he had his outrage when he was complaining about nobody wanted to sell his clothes. He was talking about how much work he did for these other designers. I did this for Vera Wang. I did this for Ricardo Tavici. I did this for this person. I did that for that person. Okay? You put some work in to become a high-level fashion designer. I thought that's what interns do. If you're an intern for Vera Wang, but you make clothes too, isn't that what you're supposed to be? But Kanye believes I'm not supposed to be nobody's intern. I'm Kanye West. I'm a genius. And if you don't listen to me, something's wrong with you. This is why the media could destroy him the way they do. Because he don't have no code of conduct. He's just chaotic. He's chaotic. And the dude is smart.
Yeah.
And if you listen to him and he's speaking, he has some things to say. But when you want to spaz out and talk about Jay-Z don't sing your hitmen after me and all this type of craziness, now you looking like not only you looking unstable, but it's like it looked like you just crying out for attention.
Yeah. Yeah, I've seen dudes do that. I've seen dudes do that. You're right. And that is what that is. They run out, start looking for sympathy. To the same people they was dissing, they go run into looking for sympathy. You know?
Exactly.
So I can see him apologizing and looking for sympathy from Jay-Z after a while. So after he just did what he did. Because he didn't do that.
Right.
He didn't do that. I mean, now unless Jay-Z told him something personally, like, yo, if you say this, I'm sending them at you. And then he did that. But he didn't speak on that. So, you know, but it's not looking good for that dude. You sign yourself for something, you sign yourself for it, you gotta uphold that contract.
That's it.
That's law. And
that's it, bro.
That's how that goes.
That's
It
law.
drive people crazy like that. Word.
No matter where you
You
go.
go crazy like that. That's called selling your soul, I think. I think that's what they mean by that. Whoever made that rhetoric, sell your soul.
Yeah.
That term. Well, I think that's exactly what.
Yeah.
You know?
He signed up for something he wasn't built for.
He ain't even read. He must ain't read.
Nah, these dudes, man, that fame, the way black people love fame, man, it's a dangerous, fame is a drug.
Yeah.
You know, people like, matter of fact, this could be another thing we could talk about for 2016. That's a big epidemic in the streets with these prescription meds, these new drugs that's out. And all these young boys popping perks, sipping lean, walking around like young dope fiends, you know? But it's other forms of drugs out here. You got dudes that's addicted to fame. When you're addicted to fame, it's easy for you to get on prescription meds because you always want to stay hot. So guess what? In order for you to stay hot, guess what? You can't go to sleep. The way it's socially engineered now, people have short attention spans. That's why I say you might wake up tomorrow and be the man, and a week later, everybody hates you. And you got to be willing to deal with that when you want to be famous. You see, Rick Ross damn near killed himself. He had 2 seizures. He almost killed himself. The doctor told him he wasn't getting enough sleep. This dude said he was running off for 2 hours of sleep for the past 10 years. There's no way I could do nothing like that. I don't want nothing that bad to do that. These dudes are sacrificing everything for fame. Not money, but for fame, for attention. Say, look at him. That's why you got these young dudes popping perks, because you got dudes who are famous that's making it cool. They making it cool to sit lean. I remember when I first came back from NC, when I came back to the town, this was like 2009. I was telling everybody about Future. Listen to me. I told y'all Future was going to be the next hottest rapper. Future's going to be a star. What is he now? Future's a star. Because what I heard from Future was promoting a lifestyle. Sipping lean is a lifestyle now, bro. It's not something that you just do. It's a lifestyle. Sipping lean, bro. Sipping lean is part of dudes wearing their outfits now. They come out with a new outfit on. They need a blunt of loud and a cup of lean to go with their outfit. That's why they take the pictures the way they do. Yo, bro, you muted yourself. Unmute yourself, bro. Unmute yourself. It's on the it should be on your screen. You'll see the microphone. All right, you unmuted now. I still can't hear you, bro. Can't hear you, bro.
You can hear me?
I hear you now. Yeah.
Man, my phone is dying. That's what it do when the phone is dying.
Oh, all right. So you about to log on?
Yeah, I'm gonna sign out because it's all 1% anyway.
All right.
But yo, I'm gonna catch you though. I'm gonna see you all next time. It's Optimus Speaker, and I'm out of here. You catch me later up here on Sheep Stay Sleep Radio. Me and my comrade Trey DS1 Ross. Shout out to the Black Ghost. I'm out of here. Later, bro.
Yeah, everybody, that was the Optimus Speaker. You know, he just came in to chime in. You know, I hope y'all enjoyed the conversation that we had. You know, and before I sign off, you know, I'm gonna just go into, you know, some of the things that was major events, you know, for me this year. And, you know, one of those is, you know, we had our YouTube channel up. You know, you can subscribe to a DS1 Alliance on YouTube. Subscribe, make sure you hit the subscribe button. But I also, being that I created this new live stream thing, subscribe to Sheep Stay Sleep Radio. Sheep Stay Sleep Radio on YouTube. Sheep Stay Sleep Radio, type it in, hit that subscribe button, make sure y'all hit the bell. And all my future live streams will be on that channel. Sheep Stay Sleep Radio. Sheep Stay Sleep as one word, space radio. Subscribe. And I'm gonna let y'all know a major event that happened for me this year You know, something that I thought might happen, might never happen. I actually got into it with a white supremacist, face to face. And things almost got ugly, but it didn't, because I understand that, you know, the environment that we're in now. This is why I touched on the Donald Trump thing. Because see, I live in North Carolina now. This is the state where the Klan was started. The Klan started in North Carolina. And a lot of people don't know that. Just like the Daytona 500 started here, which is ran by the white supremacists. But I was in a cab one day, and I knew the cab driver was a white supremacist because he had a lot of symbolism on his clothing. You know, he wore those white supremacist combat boots. You know, he always got on hunting gear. You know, things like that. Those are a lot of signs of white supremacy. And you know, this dude basically tried to treat me like a little boy. He gonna ask me while I'm in his cab to write down his stops that he got to do for his job. The conversation got crazy, and it almost got physical. And I'm bringing this up, family, is because I want to let everyone know, talking about white and dealing with white supremacists is totally different. And this is why I express that we all stay on code at all times. Because see, that man thought I was some dumb black man that he could get to move at his command because he a white man. And not a white man, but a white supremacist man. See, it's a difference. I want y'all to understand that when we speak about white supremacy, we're not speaking about all white people, because all white people are not white supremacists. We got to understand that. White supremacy is a psychology. It's the way a person thinks and acts. The ISIS papers, Francis Cress Welsing, a black behavioral psychologist. Check that book out. But I want to let y'all know, family, stop talking about what we need to be doing to white supremacists if you never dealt with one. And understand that the war is mental. And if you can out strategize them, you can win without even being physical. Because see, that guy, he had a knife on his hip. So if I would have just got erratic, could have cost me my life. Could have cost him his life. And I could be in jail for the rest of my life. But see, when you stay on code and you know how to outthink and outwit someone, you don't even have to get physical, family. See, they understand that they can beat us with weapons. They create the weapons. Is get on code with minds. to properly strategize against the enemy. And that's the way we went, family. So I want to thank y'all for tuning in. Make sure y'all subscribe to DS1 Alliance. Make sure y'all also subscribe to Sheep Stay Sleep Radio. Sheep Stay Sleep Radio. Make sure y'all subscribe. Hit the bell. Make sure y'all subscribe to Sheep Stay Sleep Radio. My future live streams will be on that channel. Peace and love, y'all.